Good morning, everyone. So today I want to talk to you about whether, or a question I want to ask you: are you playing the wealth game or the status game? And this question might benefit any young dentist who's starting their career early on in their careers, and it's based on my own experience and experience with other dentists that I witnessed and watched as well. So first, for credibility, my name is Khaled. I have been a dentist for 20 years. I own my dental practice, Lakeside Dental Spa in Half Bay in Queensland, and you can check my details below. So I took my practice from 1 chair to 10 chairs over the course of 14 years, and I took it from 3 staff members to now close to 40 staff members. Disclaimer, this content it's not my content. I watched this in a video was recommended by YouTube by an accountant, a female accountant, and I can't remember her name, I can't remember the channel name. So if I find it, I will write it in the comment below, because she has a really good channel, but I just cannot remember it. But disclaimer, that's actually her content, but it actually resonated to us as dentists and how we practice our dentistry as well, and how we plan our career. So what is the difference between the status game or the wealth game? So if you're starting in your career as a new graduate dentist, your income is quite higher compared to a lot of other professions as new graduates. And there are 2 games that you can play, either the wealth game or the status game. The wealth game, simply using your income to create wealth, which means investing. You could be investing in your training, so having, have a good average, good rental that you live in, good nice car to drive, doesn't have to be super flash, nice clothing, nice holidays, but using your income to invest in your skills, to maybe take some dental courses. Like in my first few years, all my income was going to dental training. I was doing implant, orthodontics, prosthodontics. Every weekend, all my income for the first 3 or 4 years was going straight to education. So I was investing a lot of my skills, and then eventually you get paid back later on. So they could be investing in their skills, which is very good investing. So they are playing the wealth game, because they are sacrificing certain pleasures early on for long-term benefits. They could also be using these funds to invest. They could be buying their first home. It doesn't have to be a flash home. It could be a good average house, but at least instead of spending money on rent, they're spending on their homes. They could be spending or saving some money for deposits for investment properties. So what I'm saying is they're sacrificing the right now pleasures to spend their money on something that will create them wealth in the long run. And those wealth eventually will multiply after 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, if they have the basis right early on and having discipline. So that is the wealth game. The status game is a little bit different, and I've seen some new grads getting dragged into this, or even young practice owners as well. Is the status game is spending all or most of their income on their status. So they might have a very expensive, get financed for a very expensive flash car, and I have a video on cars, please watch it, it's really interesting. Getting financed to get a massive expensive house in an expensive area, and it's beautiful and flash. Very expensive clothing, very expensive holidays. So all their lifestyles, you want to show the whole world that they are super rich, but you don't have those means. Everything is financed, everything is just paycheck to paycheck every month. If you get hooked in the status game, the problem with the status game, it doesn't have an end, which means you could buy the most beautiful car. Next day, there will be a better car, a better model, a newer model. The other dentists will be driving even a better model. So you're chasing something that you will never get satisfaction, and you'll get the dopamine hit early on, you will enjoy it, then you'll get over it very quickly. You buy the most beautiful flash house, and then you'll find there's another house down the road that's even better, then another one has an even better house. You buy flash clothing, there is always a level higher, there's a level higher. There are levels that you will never get to easily. Even if you look at billionaires and millionaires and the difference between them and someone who's having good income, billionaires have a level of luxury that we can't even comprehend, we can't even imagine. So if you get hooked into the status game early on in your career, it can be hard to get out of it, and it will affect your wealth game. And you will get to your 5 years, 10 years of practice dentistry, you could have your own practice, and you realize there's something off. You're not enjoying dentistry, you're not enjoying life. You always have financial pressures. You can't afford sometimes to pay even your employees if there is like something hit like COVID or whatever, or lockdowns. You can't expand your business just because you're very stretched financially. So can you play both games? It's possible. Probably if you're coming from a rich family, or you have, or you're super smart, much smarter than me, which some people can play both games together. They can play the wealth and status, but early on in their career is very, very hard. 20 years, 25 years plus, of course, if you're very established, you can play both games very easily. But early on in your career, the first 5 years, don't get hooked into the status game and try to play the wealth game. Just have a good, comfortable, average lifestyle and spend your income on courses, on training, on investment. That would be the best thing you can do yourself and for your future career. If you find the advice helpful, make sure you like and share it with your friends and colleagues. Please subscribe to my channel, turn notifications on, and you'll be notified when I release more videos. Thank you so much for listening. It means a lot to me.